choice. In 3. Ooh, nice. In 3 and a 2 and a 1.
Hey everybody, I'm Will.
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam, and we are
Working Title!
Disney Plus time. Star Wars Visions. Guys, we're back with Star Wars Visions. Big surprise. Haha, fooled you all. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Season 1,
Episode 6.
T0-B1.
Yeah, that was awesome. Sam, last time, what happened?
We had the 9th Jedi, which was kind of like a flip of the switch story of what we thought were Jedi looking for lightsabers. In reality, it was Sith looking for lightsabers. A young girl and her father on a ash planet. Father died, daughter ran away to bring the sabers to the Sith. Lo and behold, there was an actual Jedi, 2 Jedis on the asteroid, and the 3 of them fought the others and won. It was dope. Loved it. A lot of cool color schemes, and now we got another one. The Cybernetic Boy.
So guys, if you enjoy our content, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscription button, notification bell's right there. Leave a comment down below about what you thought of this episode, what you thought about our reaction. If you want to see this show 1 week in advance, check it out on our Patreon. It's down in the description. If you want to see Visions, like I just said, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Squid Game, and A Silent Voice, all 1 week in advance, check out the Patreon.
And Jujutsu Kaisen.
Let's go.
And Jujutsu Kaisen.
And this is not Marcus Substitute. Make sure you go check out Star Wars Visions on Disney Plus or any other streaming service you can find it on. Probably only Disney Plus. And then come back and watch your boys at Working Title. We're gonna punch it.
Bah! We need somebody to have one of those things in the newsroom that I can just fucking read off of, because I forget all the shows that we watch.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call that thing?
Teleprompter.
Teleprompter.
Yeah.
Coming to you live from Working Title's couch.
We'll do it live! Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it! Science Saru. Whoa.
All done, T0-B1.
Oh, that's a dope chair.
It
Is that a
walks.
thing?
They're all droids. Ultra Boy. Astro Boy.
I was gonna say, I was like, I think it's
I
Astro.
stood that up.
What the?
Professor Mitaka, did you make me bigger again?
Next
Oh.
up is CO3. Would you go get him, please?
Okay. Good morning. Gotta find CO3. Hold on, where did CO3 go?
I feel like we're in Dr. Seuss's world.
I'm getting like
Whoa!
I'm getting like Pinocchio.
I got
vibes.
those vibes too.
Is it telling the story?
Yeah. Did you see the forearm?
They might be on Hoth.
Then we can play Jedi afterwards.
Oh, play Jedi.
T0-B1. How many times must I tell you? You must never go into the basement.
Sorry.
Let's get to work.
Test tubes.
Just making meth.
You want to keep working on this? I'm bored already.
How many times must I tell you? Until there are clouds in the sky and there's green on the land.
Oh, they're like trying to fix the planet.
The planet?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A beautiful place.
Can we hurry?
Wonder what happened
Because I
to it.
really want to see the rest of the galaxy.
Probably got glassed by.
Listen,
Imperials.
You don't know what it's like. You're safe here and things are peaceful, but the galaxy is
Terrifying and full of danger.
right.
Terrifying and full
So
of
you
danger.
do know.
Because I've heard it a million times.
I've not said it that much.
It's only dangerous because the Jedi are needed. Huh? What am I drawing? Well, obviously it's a Jedi Knight!
It really is Pinocchio. He wants to be a real boy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Jedi again, weren't you?
That was a cool shot.
Well, enough of that.
That's because I want to become a Jedi one day. Traveling the galaxy, defeating evil.
You must first accept reality. When it comes to the future, you see, there's the distant but also the immediate. Adventure, excitement. I'm afraid that being a Jedi is not as glamorous as it is in your dreams.
Yeah.
I feel like something is calling out to me. I keep
Oh,
having
wow.
these dreams, and in them, I'm a great Jedi.
Then you must find yourself a kyber crystal. There is one somewhere on this planet.
This thing?
The crystal is the core of the lightsaber, the weapon of a Jedi Knight. I've heard young Padawans, the apprentices of Jedi Knights, must search for their crystal first. So if you really want to be a Jedi, you will need to find a kyber crystal of your own.
How does he know there's one on this planet?
Who knows?
He's gotta be a Jedi at some point or something.
Oh yeah, that could be. Kind of like a Ben Kenobi. I mean, this kind of looks like the Ben Kenobi house too.
Yeah. He's like, where is it? Where is it?
Are they? It looks like they're on a moon.
Yeah.
That's a cool shot.
If I can't find the kyber crystal, how am I supposed to become a Jedi?
Clear your mind and use the Force.
The Force?
Can a robot use that?
Yes,
Do that?
the Force is what gives a Jedi.
Apparently this one can.
So,
Not since
where do I find the
ancient
Force?
canon.
The Force is present in all things.
He's just checking the rocks.
He's looked at the same 4 rocks for 2 days.
Use the Force, but I didn't know anything about it.
It's like when you go to the fridge and you still hope to find the same
Yeah.
food there.
Yeah.
And you know it's not
No,
there, but
more
you just,
food.
And you still go to look and it's still the same empty fridge.
Yeah.
I can relate.
I can relate right now.
Got a bad feeling about this? But this is the only place that I haven't searched yet. Okay, I'm just gonna take a peek.
Oh.
So
Yeah, it's one of the Tatooine little things.
let's
Tatooine
take
ship.
off.
Sure. Just touch everything.
I'm T0-B1. This is a call to all Jedi. If you can hear me, report in.
Uh-oh.
Sir, we picked up a
Look
suspicious
at that, look
signal.
how it looks.
It could be a survivor, sir. Jedi.
What are you doing? T0-B1, get out of there right now.
I'm sorry. I just thought there might be a crystal here.
Come here.
Told you he's a Jedi.
Does he not have hands?
Professor Mitaka.
That's a good
'Cause
point.
the robot thing does everything for him.
Why didn't you
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
In order to protect you.
Wow, look at that thing.
They're here. I need you to stay hidden. Do not come out for any reason.
He doesn't have arms.
Yeah, I think he
Is this
lost
the
him.
Force? Please don't deactivate me.
Aw.
There's the crystal.
CO3, I leave this child to you.
He probably has his own crystal.
The Force is with me.
Ah, yes, a follower of the wills. Let's go. Oh. Oh, did this dude get, like, destroyed?
What happened to everyone? Where's the professor? No!
Oh, yes. Life.
I'm gonna do it. I'll continue the research. I'll fulfill the professor's dream.
I love droids are so cool in Star Wars.
Yeah, they are.
They add so much to it for me. It's like literally one of the cornerstones of the franchise in my mind.
Okay. What? How did that happen?
Droids, get inside, quick!
It really worked. The professor's dream has
Oh.
finally come true.
T0-B1, use the Force.
What?
Did he have it in himself the whole time?
Possibly.
Oh.
Yeah! Oh no!
Oh, it's going off. Ooh, look at the little, like, I don't know what you call that.
But who is it? Do you know? A Jedi killer?
Get those on samurai helmets.
So, there is another Jedi on this planet. Where did you come from? Did that old homeless Jedi hide you away?
Let's go! Oh!
I cannot allow you to become a threat.
Don't be afraid.
The Avatar.
Professor,
Do not worry, you are prepared for this fight, Toby.
Toby?
My young Padawan.
Oh, that's...
You did well bringing life back to this planet, and you have proven that you have grown up. By the will of the Force, Toby, rise as a true Jedi, and may the Force be with you.
Master Mitaka.
Pop off!
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
I like the red lightning.
Yeah.
Hey, wait! Open the valve!
It's gonna explode, man.
Cook him!
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I'm trying to get a Jedi.
My name is Toby.
Oh wow, it's like his mouth. That's weird.
Nice!
Seal 3, let's go!
Okay.
Super Toby! Super Mecha Toby, let's go! Oh, that was
you
the
see
Jedi
that? Yeah, you
symbol.
see that?
Was awesome. We need a medic.
I feel like I'm watching Star Wars Wally.
What if he
Yeah.
was just like, where were you guys? I needed you back there.
And this stuff? We will continue our research and the professor's legacy of helping planets. Because that's what Jedi do.
That was T0-B1?
Toby.
Toby? Okay. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. What do you guys think?
It was really cute.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yeah, it was more like more of a kid feel to
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but
That was the target audience.
I still enjoyed it. Like
I did, yeah.
I love it, and I'm with you too. Like you said in the episode, but droids are like such a cornerstone, but also like a special piece of this Star Wars specifically, but just like this universe of like, I don't know. I feel like in most sci-fi stuff, like droids and robots are present,
Yeah.
but they're not really like personality or characters. The most you ever get in a lot of sci-fi is like AI.
Yeah.
Like an AI character, like a Cortana, or I can't think of another one right now, but you know, like something like that. It's not often you get like just a little mech droid that just. I mean, this kid was like basically just a little kid that was a droid, but
Yeah.
like you get like little droids that all they do is beep and boop, but there's so much personality to them that make it like just very interesting and more drawing. Like it just adds more characters. And especially because the droids in Star Wars have been around forever. It's not like are in one movie and then done.
I feel like droids have a lot of heart.
That too.
Like for the movies, they provide a lot of, even if the humor is not like you're laughing your butt off kind of humor, it like a light feel to what you're watching, where there can be like dark undertones. So it's a nice like balance to have like these kind of like goofy things that you know are like completely like useless in most scenarios, but they're fun to have. I don't know, I like it. I think, like, personally, like, I imagine the people watching Star Wars Visions might not like this episode. I think this is where Star Wars excels in the sense of, like, this is what George intended Star Wars to be. Like, the whole thing is, like, Star Wars isn't for kids, or Star Wars isn't for kids, watch Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that has its own audience, I would say, itself. Like, all Star Wars doesn't have, it can be for different audiences, but I think there's a huge majority of shows out there of Star Wars content that aims a lot towards kids. There's a Lego Star Wars series that I think is like pretty exceptional, but it's like completely for kids. But
what's it called? The Maker or whatever?
Something Makers or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I
this
love
kid
that
and his
too.
like two friends. But I watched that with my nephew, and I thought it was like really good writing for a kids show. And I thought it was like, when I watched it, I was like, wow. Yeah, Star Wars really fits the format for kids really well. And I was watching this and I was like, when it's Thanksgiving, I really want to go show my nephew this episode.
Yeah.
And they like, did you watch it? They did it in a way where like there was action, but like any violent thing, they like removed the sound of. Yeah. Like you almost felt like you were watching people fight through clouds. Did you get that feel? Mm-hmm. Like you didn't hear the impact of anything.
Yeah, it wasn't super like abrasive, the fighting.
Like they didn't focus on the hits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when the droids all got glocked by that big sweep,
it kind of just happened.
Yeah, like, you didn't like think of it. Like it felt like built like you just took a knife and sliced paper.
Butter
like you're not thinking of it that it was like a death or anything. So I was watching this. I was like, yeah, this would be really cute to like show. And it also had a lot of A New Hope feels to that. Do you feel that too? Like a New Hope vibes. It reminded me of like Ben Kenobi's little place that he goes and shows the lightsaber to Luke for the first time, telling him about his father. Little story. As a kid, I had a toy. I think it was my brother Josh's. I always thought it was the Emperor's ship. You know how the Emperor comes in that like ship that has like the triangle point,
the like 3-pointed ship. Yeah.
And then when I got older, I learned that the ship was, I think it was in a video game, but it's a ship, one of those like things that's just like you just drive it. I don't know if it goes into the atmosphere.
It's just it's just like a glider.
Yeah, like a glider type of ship that's on Tatooine, and that was the ship there. So I don't think I've ever seen it in Star Wars anywhere else in the current canon. But.
Yeah, it was cute, like you guys said. The target audience was definitely for kids. I liked what you were saying about you don't hear the impact of anything, and. Mm-hmm. Another scene that I thought of is you don't see the master die. He's already buried.
It's like kind of beautiful. Like like you can understand the story without needing the gritty details. Yeah. Like it can apply. What's also cool, and it just goes to show, like R2 doesn't do anything in the movies hardly, but like if you ask somebody who's never seen Star Wars, I personally feel like the four faces everybody knows is Vader, Yoda, R2-D2 and Chewbacca, and then maybe interchange with C-3PO. Like it's just the faces that are like so popular.
They're synonymous with Star Wars.
Yeah, and two of the four barely do a thing. Yeah. Like they're just a face to the franchise, but people love the character. Like I don't know anyone who hates R2 or hates C-3. I mean, maybe more C-3PO will like complain that he's annoying, but everybody like has.
I love C-3PO.
Well, then I would feel like in my experience it's a rarity, but like for the most part, people will still have like respect for the character just because.
Yeah, that's what. Back to when you guys were talking about droids. Most of them are I would consider part of the main cast.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah.
And even if they're not like they don't necessarily do a lot, but they do like.
It's comedy between R2 and C-3PO.
They're kind of just magical. Like you watch them, they don't need to do much. Their mere presence just adds to it.
And especially I think sometimes too like just being as much of a Star Wars like nerd as I am and playing so much, like when you play games and watch like extended things like shows and shorts and movies, like you see droids do more, so it like adds to You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it adds to it in our minds more so than someone who watches a movie. Like, I'm trying to remember, there is one movie where, like, the droids literally do very little. Like, so they might not even really speak too much.
In the movies?
Well, actually,
The
it's
sequels,
really the
they don't
sequels.
really- yeah,
It's the
sequels, they don't
sequels.
do
They don't
anything,
really
but-
use them at all. BB-8, I honestly only really
Oh, yeah,
remember
BB.
in the initial first movie.
Yeah, BB-8.
And C-3PO just like randomly popping up with a red arm.
Yeah,
like, what
wherever
the-
they could
Yeah,
really
yeah.
just shoot.
Oh,
him
the
in.
new one.
Yeah,
Oh.
the sequel trilogy. Yeah. So, with that, like, that's the only time they haven't fit in. And honestly, it's weird to me, like, just not having the droids around.
Yeah,
because
it takes something out of
They're
it.
just a part of it.
I did feel that with the sequels. It felt like they were just mostly used to like try to bait you into liking it.
Yeah.
But it felt like a bit. You don't feel like that. You feel like it was afterthought. It doesn't feel like they wanted to incorporate them. They were.
It was like, how do we throw in a droid in here because we need to? Because it's
to just
Star Wars.
appeal somebody to get a check mark.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. But like I feel like they do add it. It's like a dog, honestly. It's like having a dog for a character, a main character. Like it's a companion. Like somebody,
Yeah.
you play your video game and you find the dog. You don't want to ever abandon the dog. That might not do anything for you other than give them a morale
But it's
boost
like-
of your.
But it's
Just-
like another like being there to like
Yeah.
you know that's funny because I don't know why, but when I was a kid I never liked playing single player games where I felt alone.
Yeah.
I mean I would do it like Skyrim where you're just like hiking up a mountain by yourself.
You want a
it's
follower.
fun, but it's fun to have the follower. It's fun to have like playing like
The dog in the cabin in that game too.
That-
A lot of people go and find that dog.
what's it called? Fallen Order, with the droid that follows you
Yeah.
and the character
BD.
just talks. Yeah, BD something. Like he just talks to him. It's like, all right, BD, we got this. You know what I mean?
It makes you feel like there's somebody there to listen
It
to.
does, and it just like adds another like comfort of like being with people, just like a dog would. Like dog's not gonna answer you, but you're
You know, I was gonna say that I couldn't really relate to you guys because to me, the droids are just robots. But as I mentioned, I do love C-3PO. He's good entertainment with R2-D2.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, in the last episode, The Ninth Jedi, one of you had said, like, when you see the little droid, you were like, that is the cutest droid I've ever seen. One of you said that, and I was like, okay. To me, it's just a robot, but you guys have kind of changed my mind a little bit. That's actually really surprising you use the dog comparison, because I was thinking, like, man, I care more about dogs than I do these robots.
Sure,
Well,
but
yeah,
there's
I mean-
not really dogs in the Star Wars universe to
True.
like, unless they're trying to eat
They're-
you for the most part. There's monkeys,
Monkey.
but they just get used as food in the Mando series.
True.
So
Definitely eat that.
yeah,
but
but
the it's like the closest thing that akin them
A companion,
to
yeah.
is a dog or like a
Yeah.
pet. Although they have more like sentience in some aspects, but
I could already see somebody who was seething at the teeth during this episode. A droid can't be a Jedi.
I know. I'm
Like,
sure there's somebody else. Like,
I think it's nice to just like watch non-canon and not have to be upset about it. Like it's fun.
Are there not?
No, I don't think.
not in the.
I think you
canon of
have to
Star
like
Wars.
be somewhat sentient. I don't think you can be like an AI like Vision and then get a boost up with an Infinity Stone. I mean, they kind of did that for this. Like the droid got the.
the crystal.
crystal
like,
and-
in the
That came out of
cosmos.
nowhere.
Or I guess he had it himself the whole time, and that's why he was like a bit more lifelike the whole time.
Yeah. And you know what's funny too is like that like even the master says it to him. He's like, oh,
It's in everything.
the force is in everything,
Yeah.
which is true. Like
Yeah.
that in Star Wars, that is the case. They just never really like apply it to droids.
Sure.
But a rock has the same amount of the force. I mean, not the same
Midichlorians, yeah.
amount
Not to bring
literally,
those up.
but like
Or
the
a tree.
Yeah,
Like,
a
it can
rock or a
grow
tree has
Yeah.
the force in them, and the force flows through them, just like.
And I guess it makes
Everything
sense, like
else.
an AI is like given intelligence, so maybe the Force just helps guide how it moves. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it just is more of like a spirit guiding the droid rather than the droid calling for the spirit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like me stretching it right there, but wasn't the droid who exploded in A New Hope exploded because of the Force so that Fate could have R2 and C-3PO go with Luke? And like, I don't know if it was one of the early scripts or a book talked about it, and then they kind of scrapped it because people were like, unacceptable or something like
I
that.
thought R2 shocked it.
No,
it just spontaneously combusts.
Yeah, when Luke
And,
is like walking away with it as they bought it, it just
yeah,
like
and no one's
dies.
like, "Are you trying to screw me over?" And the droids are like, "Oh, the
Jawas.
Jawas are like, no way, no." So
Yeah, I don't know. I also have seen like TikToks as of recent saying that was like I saw one saying that droid wanted to help R2 because they had talked on the ship of like what's going on, and so like it blew itself up so R2
Damn.
could help.
Ultimate sacrifice.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know
It's
if
a
that's
droid
true.
right there. Well,
But,
I'll just
like,
headcanon it because
yeah.
no one's gonna prove me wrong for the time being, and if you do screw off, I want my own headcanon.
Can one of you really go into detail about midichlorians? In any of the movies, have we seen like I don't know?
Phantom Menace focuses on it the most.
Do you see like a diagram of them or something? What do they look like? I just think they look like sperm to me.
They literally just
That's what I think.
They just explain it like
Or blood cells.
that's literally it. They just explain it like
Yeah.
blood cells and almost like it's something that you can have a count of, just like white blood, like you're like white blood cell count.
Yeah.
That's almost how they explain it as it exists in Star Wars.
Yeah,
You're saying it can
try
be in
to-
a rock?
They try to like sci-fi or like put it to a science, I think, and that's what killed it for a lot. I think how I try to interpret it is like a presence of something everywhere, but it gathers strongly in certain areas far more, and depending on, I guess, where it's gathering in the movies or in the Clone Wars, I feel like there's locations that are super filled with the Force. They don't say it's super filled with midichlorians, but I mean you can. If midichlorians is the Force, I guess you can interchange it and say there's just a heavy condensed section of midichlorians. What was the son and the daughter and the father?
Mortis.
Mortis. Like say Mortis, it's like a planet, whatever. That's like the living Force, and the whole world there is like nighttime comes in like 5 minutes and then it's daytime. It's like super weird. But it's like a super Force sensitive planet. I don't see it as like too far of a stretch to say that maybe Force is so powerful that it can give sentience where there isn't. Who knows?
The way you're describing it, you ever look, you have sunlight coming through your window and you can see the little dust particles in the sunlight?
Sure.
That's what I'm
It's just
thinking
like-
midichlorians look
It's
like.
just something that's like but it's like microscopic, but
Yeah.
it's like there. I don't know. It's in the fourth dimension.
Yeah.
But you can like tap into it and grab from it. So, I mean, I don't know how accurate. That's just my interpretation of what I've gathered because I feel like the franchise doesn't really delve too deep.
No. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people that never really liked that
Midichlorian
aspect of just like throwing that in there. I just didn't
Yeah.
really understand like
The idea of midichlorians?
Well, I understand it, but it's more like why throw? I don't understand the purpose of throwing in a like science to something if we're not
Sure.
really gonna like figure out why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Maybe
like,
it's that they were hoping people would be receptive to it and maybe expand further on it, and then when it was
that's the thing. It's
poorly
like they
received,
drop it.
they
I
dropped
don't.
it.
I don't even know if they mention it in the other two movies after
I
that.
think the Clone Wars is the only other thing that ever like brought it up slightly. But even that, I mean, that's 7 seasons, and I can't really remember every detail of it. Yeah, good episode. I thought the boy was cute, like the little droid boy. I thought he was sweet. I cared for him, and I cared for when his master was taken out of the episode.
Yeah.
The bad guy was like kind of just your typical bad guy.
Yeah.
It was weird that
Was
like
he a
his
droid
mouth-
too?
I think he was a droid.
Everything was a droid.
He like sliced part of his mask,
Oh.
and then he just became a jaw underneath, which was kind of funky. Not the greatest, not the worst thing I've seen.
I was gonna say, usually with kid shows like this, you don't really see any gripe with it or anything bad you can say about it. Just, I mean, for me, it's a kid's thing, so it's not for me. But I
I
didn't
just think
really
it's
see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I think it's just a cute show.
I saw an animation. That's what I will say.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. That was
The lightsaber fight was really detailed.
And this is the one out of all the ones we watched, something I'd be more excited to show my nephews, I think. Like, I think it's like a universal fun thing. Guys, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below about your thoughts on T0-B the droid. Did you like it, did you not? And let us know why. And also let us know what some of your favorite episodes are. Also check out the Patreon if you want to support us. And for the meantime, we're going to punch it. See ya!
Bah!